The second thing I'd like you to think about is we are all wired differently. Okay, no surprise, I'm reminding you. So in a moment, what I'm going to do is show you 4 basic personalities. And you're not going to be a color, or you're not going to be an introvert or an extrovert. You're going to be an animal or a mammal. What I want you to do as I describe these is to think about which one probably best describes you. Okay? So I'm going to share with you 4 real quickly. So this first style, you prefer personal communications whenever possible. You'd much rather do that than send a text or an email. You'd rather talk to somebody. You're a great coach and cheerleader. You delegate by asking who would like to do X. You like to have regular meetings, and they're open for discussion, and sometimes they run over. And you solve problems through people and teams. Okay? So that's the first personality. The second one is you're a visionary, you're always problem solving, you're always thinking of different ways of doing things, but because of that, sometimes your communications are a little fragmented. You are very innovative, you love to brainstorm, you delegate very selectively, and you only like to have meetings when they're needed. Otherwise, you just as soon avoid them. And you solve problems by constantly looking at a different way of doing it. You love continuous improvement. What if? What if? The third personality, you communicate very detailed and factual. You love well-developed processes and skills. You have the skills there. You delegate based on what's the structure and what's the role defined. Your meetings are very standardized. There's an agenda. There's a start time and end time. And you solve problems through good documented processes, following the process. And finally, the fourth personality, you do not like to repeat yourself. You're called to action, and once you get it, let's get her done. Minimal delegation, meet only when necessary, and you solve problems by getting things done. Okay? So style D, we call that a dolphin. How many of you in the room believe that's probably your dominant communication style? Okay. How many of you aren't going to answer my question if I ask you? Yeah, okay. How many of you believe that your style might be the U, which is the unicorn style? Okay. How many of you think your style is the E, which is eagle? Facts, data, structure. And how about the T, get her done? Okay, a lot of tigers in this room. Okay, good. So the bottom line is there's no right or wrong, but there's a couple of things that you need to really think about. First of all, dolphins will want more dialogue and discussion. Therefore, if a meeting runs over, they have no problem with that. They want to make sure that everybody gets to voice their opinion and they get to voice theirs. And every organization benefits by having dolphins. The second is the eagle. Your eagle is very process-oriented. They like the facts and data. They have a structured meeting. They want to know, let's document it. Where's the documentation? And thank God for for eagles, because eagles help make sure that we create some standardization. Many of us tend to just not document things. The third, unicorn, they love to brainstorm. Give me an idea, give me something to problem solve, I'll go after it, love to do that. And finally, tigers get really impatient. So it's nice to know there's so many tigers in this room. Once they get an idea, once they know what to do, let's go get it done. Let's not waste any more time. So why is it important to know these real basics without even taking a test? It's because if you are trying to generate understanding and help someone, you have a tendency to deal with people the way you like to be communicated with. Look at those personalities for a second. Which of the four would you have the most trouble dealing with because of their communication style? There's probably one there. And you probably have people in your organization who very much have that dominant personality. So let me give you a simple example. If the boss is a tiger and his staff has a lot of dolphins in it, if the tiger doesn't adjust to allow more conversation, the dolphins never truly get it. And if the dolphins are supervisors or managers, how are they going to go out and tell the rest of your workforce? So tigers can eat dolphins very quickly if they don't adjust their communication style. On the flip side, if your boss is an eagle and you want to meet with him or her, you better make sure that you've got an agenda and you're probably going to bring some facts and data with you. Otherwise, they don't want to just sit there and brainstorm about something. It's just the way that we're wired. But the reminder is we tend to want to communicate to people the way we like to be communicated with. And therein lies the challenge. Want to be effective with a tiger? Get to the point, have a short meeting at best, and get it done. Have a brand new idea that you want your organization, find your dolphins, make sure they clearly understand it, can ask questions, and once they have got that information, they'll go out and be the best change agents you can find.